Picture this. It's Sunday, the grass smells like fresh-cut field, your kid's already half into their jersey, and the volunteer coordinator pulls you aside. They say a background check on a new volunteer returned a hit, and they're pausing signups. Your chest tightens, because that little pause can wobble the whole morning. The car ride, the rituals, even a custody story you hope to avoid. I'm Danny. Welcome to Danny's Den, your weekly mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. Today we untangle what common checks actually show, when that info matters to a co-parent or court, and what to say and do in the moment so your kids' routines survive the surprise. I'll also hand you a tiny music ritual to study the vibe. Let's chat. Okay, what shows up on a background check? Start by knowing there are different kinds of searches. Some are quick name-based reports. Others are fingerprint-based criminal searches that tap state and national databases. There are also sex offender registry checks, child abuse registry checks, and employer grade screenings that include identity verification and fingerprinting. You don't want this to hijack your Sunday. I once worked with a family who got an anonymous alert about a volunteer. It turned out to be a name match, not the right person. The league paused signups for a day while they ran a manual check. The kid never knew. Little steps like that keep the chaos quiet. A few quick myths busted so you can breathe. Sealed or expunged records often don't appear on routine checks. Driving tickets usually don't matter for a volunteer role. And a name match isn't the same as identity matched by fingerprints. Commercial online reports can be messy. They pull public records and sometimes user-submitted items that are outdated or incorrect. So a single hit should trigger verification, not immediate panic. If you get a flagged result, use this copy-ready line with the program or intake person. Could you please provide a certified copy of the court disposition or the case number and date so I can verify identity? Short, direct. It moves the conversation away from rumor and toward official documents. If you suspect a false positive and need to put it in writing, here's a quick sample you can adapt. Subject: dispute of background report. Name: DOB. Body: I believe this record is a mismatch. Please provide the certified disposition or remove the report. I will submit identification and an affidavit of mismatch through your secure channel. Note: only send IDs through the program's secure document portal or in person. Don't email sensitive documents to unknown addresses. Typical timelines to keep in mind. Quick name-based commercial reports often come back in 24 to 72 hours. Fingerprint-based checks can take anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks, depending on the state backlog. And manual reviews can sometimes be requested urgently if a game day role is on the line. If time is tight, ask the coordinator for an expedited manual review or a supervised role while checks finish. Now, relationships. Dating while parenting is its own juggling act. You don't have to broadcast every past mistake. But if a new partner's history includes things that could affect a child's safety, recent violent convictions, sexual offenses, or substantiated child abuse findings, that information belongs in a safety conversation with your co-parent. For less serious or old matters, context and documentation change the picture. Here are 2 short scripts you can actually use. With a co-parent, I want to give you a heads up. Someone I'm dating signed up to help at practice. I've asked them about their past because our kids' safety matters. There's nothing active right now, but I wanted you to know and talk it through. With a partner, I care about your privacy and our kids' safety. If there's anything that could show up on a volunteer check, can we talk about it now so we're on the same page? How will courts view background hits if a custody issue pops up? Judges look to current risk and patterns that affect parenting. Recent violent behavior, ongoing substance problems with children in the home, or substantiated neglect will be more significant than old minor offenses, especially with proof of rehabilitation. But allegations alone can complicate custody discussions, so document everything, and if needed, consult an attorney early. Immediate steps to take if a problematic hit appears. First, verify identity. Ask for the certified document or case number. Second, communicate with your co-parent calmly and factually. Third, avoid confrontations that escalate. Fourth, preserve records. Screenshots, emails, the name of the person you spoke to, and the time and date.
If you believe there's an actual safety risk, remove unsupervised access and notify authorities. If it looks like a mismatch, insist on verification before changing custody or routines.
On the practical side, sign up partners or friends early so background checks clear before busy weekends. Ask leagues what exact databases they check and whether supervised roles are available while a check is pending. Bring printed references or a letter from an employer if that's allowed by the program. It helps humanize a volunteer while verification is underway. I tell parents to have a backup plan. One client booked a grandparent as the official backup a week before the season started. When a volunteer hiccup happened, game day stayed intact and the kid never knew. That kind of quiet planning keeps routines safe. Keep rituals portable. If Eagles or Yankees-day gets interrupted, move the ritual. Tailgate pancakes in the car, the lucky hat in the driveway, a quick playlist in the parking lot. Set up a one-call text list for substitutes and rotate responsibilities so no single person carries all the pressure. Continuity matters more to kids than who exactly hands them the snack. Here's a 2-minute reset you can do when a surprise lands mid-game. 1. Tell your child one short sentence. We're figuring something out, but you're safe. 2. Give a familiar sensory cue. A snack, a stretch, or 10 seconds of a favorite song. 3. Quietly activate your backup and keep their timeline moving. That 3-step routine calms kids and buys you time to verify facts. About music. My home reset is a 10 to 15 second R&B or mellow 90s hip-hop cue. We pause, breathe with the beat, and then move forward. It's not magic, but it signals safety and that the adults have it handled. If you want to try it, pick 5 low-key songs your kids know and pick one as your official reset track. Quick screenshot checklist you can save now. 1. Ask, which databases did you check? 2. Request, certified disposition or case number and date. 3. Ask, is a supervised role possible while the check completes? Those 3 questions cut through the noise. A brief legal note. This episode is general information, not legal advice. Laws and disclosure rules vary by state. If you have a specific custody concern or a legal emergency, check with a licensed family law attorney in your area or use the resources linked in the episode notes. If you want the scripts, the volunteer checklist, and a 1-page custody documentation template, they're in the episode resources in your show notes. If it's urgent and you think legal help could make a difference, book a consult through the contact link in the show notes for a free 30-minute session to see if I can help. If this episode helped you feel more prepared, hit subscribe so new chats land in your feed. Let's chat. Thanks for spending your Sunday minutes here. Keep small plans in place, verify before you react, and protect the kids' routines. I'll be back next week with more on law, parenting, sports, and pop culture. Take care.